Hello and welcome back to Mumma Magma Yoga, my friend. My name is Tamu, and I'm here today with a lovely little flow that is designed to help you open up through your hips and to bring some relief to the lower back. So, for the most part, this flow will be low to the ground. It's accessible and designed for all levels. So even if you're new to yoga, you can move through this flow. I'll try to provide as many modifications as possible. You don't need any props, but if you'd like to bring along a block or a thick book to help lift the earth up to you at some points, then I definitely recommend doing so. Otherwise, we are going to start lying flat on our backs. We're going to come all the way down to the earth. So I'll meet you down here. Come on down to your back. Oh, get yourself arranged. Really feel that lower back. Press into the earth. Feel that sacrum press into the earth. And then hug the knees up into the chest. So we're starting here with our wind release pose. We're going to hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe you peel the nose up towards the knees. Start to take some nice deep breaths. Arrive here on your mat. Beautiful. Then we'll bring the head back down to the earth if we peeled that nose up. And we're going to hug the right knee into the chest and bring the left foot down to the earth. So just take a moment here, hugging this right knee into the chest. Maybe you rotate that right ankle, starting to get a little bit of a stretch in the hamstring here. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, relax your shoulders, relax through your throat. Feel that head get nice and heavy on the mat. Then we'll extend through the right leg, reaching the right foot up towards the ceiling and straightening through the right knee. Interlace the fingertips behind the right thigh, the right knee, or maybe the shin, or maybe you grab onto the big toe with your peace fingers. We're just gently bringing that leg towards our face, stretching through the hamstring, stretching through the back of the leg. You can tick-tock the leg side to side. Continue to breathe deep, arrive here on the mat. If you'd like something a little bit more, you can send that left leg out long. Get more of a stretch here. Maybe you tick-tock that leg side to side a bit more. Just starting to feel it out here. Relax those shoulders. Take a couple breaths. Lovely. Then if you sent that left leg out long, we'll bend the knee again. Bring that left foot back to the mat. We release our fingertips from behind the right leg, cross the right ankle over the top of the left thigh. So we're finding a figure four position. You know you can stay here pressing into that right knee with the right hand. This maybe is enough for you. If you'd like a little bit more, we're launching off of the left toes, interlacing the fingertips behind the left thigh and pulling the left knee towards your face. Press into that right thigh with the right elbow. Take some nice deep breaths. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe you extend that left leg up towards the ceiling. Get a little bit more here. What feels good in your body? We're just starting to open things up. Beautiful, nice, deep breaths. Let's take one more deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll bring that left foot down to the mat. And before we uncross the legs, we're going to drape that right thigh over the top of the left thigh. So it's like we're sitting in our chair cross-legged with crossed legs. And we're going to press into the left foot, lift the hips up off of the earth, bump the hips towards the right side of your mat, and then allow the knees to fall to the left. Hands can come to the waistline. You can open them up wide if you need something more. Try to relax that right shoulder down towards the earth. Relax through the throat. Relax through the hips. Keep your breath nice and long. And maybe on the exhales, you're finding that you can come into the twist a little bit more. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll slowly lift those knees back up through center, unravel the legs, recenter ourselves on our mat, and we'll take it to the other side. So first, hug the knees up into the chest. Give yourself another great big hug here. Rock side to side. And then as you're ready, we're going to bring the right foot to the mat, right knee shining up towards the ceiling. We're hugging the left knee in towards the chest. Oh, feels so good. Maybe rock it side to side. Start to feel out through that hip and that hamstring. And then as you're ready, we're going to send that left foot up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingertips behind the left thigh, the left knee, or the left shin. Maybe grabbing onto that left toe with the left peace fingers. And we're just gently pulling that leg towards our face. Feeling it out here. Maybe rotating that left ankle. Maybe rocking the leg side to side. And if you'd like a little bit more, send the right leg out long, bringing the right heel to the mat. Take a moment here, take a couple deep breaths, play around with what's happening with that left leg, feel what's happening in the thigh, in the back of the knee, maybe tick-tocking that leg. Feels good in my body to do so. Beautiful. Take one more deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll bring that right foot back to the mat, knee shining up towards the ceiling. We'll release the fingertips from behind the left thigh, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, and find our figure four position on this side. So maybe you're pressing into that left knee with the left hand, and this is enough for you. Maybe you launch off of the right toes, interlace the fingertips behind the right thigh, and pull the right knee towards your face. Sigh it out. Relax those shoulders. Let a smile tug at the corner of your lips. And press that left elbow into that left thigh. Feel what's happening in that hip crease, in that glute, in that hamstring. Maybe you send the right foot up towards the ceiling. Just taking it nice and easy today. Opening through the hips, the hamstrings, the glutes. Starting to stretch things out. Let's take one more breath here. Deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll bring that right foot back down to the mat. Cross the left thigh over the top of the right thigh. We press into that right foot, lift the hips up off of the earth, bump the hips to the left side of your mat, and then allow the knees to fall to the right. Find your twist on this side. Relax that left shoulder down. You can keep those hands on your hips or your waistline, or you can send them out nice and long to get a little bit more. Nice, long, deep breaths here. Relax through the throat and the jaw. Soften through the hips. Feel every point of contact that your body has with the earth. Just relish in this time for yourself. Explore the body. Stay curious. Bring your attention to what's happening in your body. Come out of the mind for a little while here. Let's take one more deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll float the knees back up through center. Oh, unravel the legs. Very nice. Then we'll launch off of the toes, bring the palms to the backs of the thighs, and we'll slowly rock and roll up and down the length of the spine. Oh, yeah. Maybe you do it a couple times. Feel that beautiful massage before we slowly come on up. And we'll take it forward onto all fours. So make your way there, finding your all fours position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hip points. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Dome through the upper back body. Push up out of the earth. We're not collapsing here. Press down into the tops of the feet. And as you're ready, we'll inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward, lift through the crown, find our cow pose. Maybe you wag the tail. Oh, feels so good. Exhale, round through the tailbone, curl up through the spine, and allow the crown to drop. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward, lift through the crown. Exhale, round through the tailbone, curl up through the spine. Let the crown drop. Push up out of the earth. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward, lift through the crown. And exhale, round it through. Nice. Come back to your nice neutral spine. Then just take some nice big circles with the hips. Big juicy circles. Feeling what's happening in the hips here. Take one more breath. Feel it out. Then we'll come back to our nice neutral spine. Push up out of the earth. Engage the core, hugging the navel in towards the spine, and push out of your palms. Then we're going to lift off of the right knee, sending the right foot up towards the ceiling. So remember, you're engaging your core here, pushing up out of the earth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, make a big circle with the knee. Bring it all the way in towards the chest. Inhale, send that foot back up. Exhale, round it through, bring it into the chest. Inhale, send it up. And exhale, circle it around. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, circle it around. So you're basically just working it out through this hip here, making nice big circles. Let's take one more. And then the next time, you're going to step that right foot up to the outside of the right hand, finding your lizard pose. Pressing forward with the heart. Stand up on the fingertips. This is where the block or the book might come in handy if you need to lift the earth up to you or if you need to back off at all here. Finding this lizard pose, reach forward with the heart and lift up through the crown. Beautiful. You can stay here. This is absolutely gorgeous. If this is what your body needs, then beautiful. Or you can lift up the right toes. Roll onto the outside of the right foot, opening the right knee towards the right side of the mat. You can stay here, pressing into that right knee, rolling that right shoulder back. This might be enough for you, just breathing nice and deep here. If you want a little bit more, you can bend through the left knee, reach the right fingertips back, grab onto that left foot, and pull that left heel towards the glute. In either case, roll that right shoulder back, lift through the heart, lift through the crown. We're taking a couple breaths here. One more deep breath in. And on an exhale, you're going to slowly let that left foot come back down to the mat. If you took that variation, right fingertips come back around to meet the left. We roll onto the inside or onto that right foot again. Walk the right foot into the midline and we find ourselves in a low lunge. Stacked front knee over front ankle. So even if you're back here, this is beautiful. Remember to reach forward with your heart. We'll take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we're going to peel back with that right hip crease, straighten through the right knee, and bow the forehead towards the knee. So the knee can stay as bent as you need it to be. Forehead might not come anywhere close. You're just getting a nice juicy stretch in the back of that leg, doing the best that you can here. Maybe you need to back the fingertips off. Maybe you need to be on blocks and lift the earth up to you. Bow that forehead as much as works in your body. Breathe nice and deep. Wonderful. We'll roll through that front foot now. Come back to the low lunge. Curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee. Pivot on the back foot, bringing it to a 45-degree angle. Left toes shining up towards the top left corner of the mat. We'll see if we can straighten through that right leg as much as possible, as much as works in our body, and then bow the forehead towards the knee once again. Finding our pyramid variation here, taking a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Beautiful. Then we're going to swing the right fingertips around to meet the left. We're turning towards the left side of our mat as we dial the right toes in and bring both feet parallel with the short edge of the mat. Widen or close the stance as much as you need in your body, finding your wide-legged forward fold here. So maybe you stay up on the fingertips. This is beautiful. Maybe you bring your block into play here, lifting the earth up to you. This is also beautiful. Be where you're at today. Maybe you bring your palms to the mat and bring them in line with the arches of the feet and allow the head to bow forward. In either case, engage the kneecaps, tone the quads. Feel this juicy stretch in the back of the legs. Let the head grow heavy, the neck grow soft. Maybe you tick-tock the head side to side, nod yes and no. Wonderful. Then we'll slowly come back to the fingertips, finding ourselves in our flat back position once again. Then with or without the block, we're going to bring the left palm to the block or the earth, left palm to the block or the earth underneath the nose, and right fingertips rise. Reach those right fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. Pull back with that right shoulder. Deep breath in. And exhale, float the fingertips down. Beautiful. Bend through the right knee. Dial the right toes towards the top edge of the mat. Walk the fingertips towards the top edge of the mat. Find yourself once again in a low lunge. Lower that left knee down towards the earth. Lift through the heart, lift through the crown. Deep breath in. And exhale, we step that right foot back and find ourselves once again in our tabletop position. Beautiful. So find that tabletop position, knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. And once again, we'll start to make big circles with the hips. This time, go in the other direction. So a couple big circles with the hips. Breathing nice and deep. Oh, feeling what's happening there. Feeling through the IT band, feeling through the hip and the hip crease. One more breath. Lovely. Then come back to your nice neutral spine. Push up out of the earth. Hug the navel in and dome through the upper back body. Then we'll press into the top of the right foot. Send the left foot up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale. Sweep that knee all the way around and into center, finding knee to chest. Inhale. Send the foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round the knee through. So you're just starting to find some nice mobility in that left hip crease, rounding up and around and through to the chest. So find your movement here, making big circles with the knee, and try to align with your breath. A couple more here just to feel through this hip. Beautiful. On your next one, you're going to step that left foot up to the outside of the left hand, finding your lizard here. Remember, you can bring your block into play. You can have it up on a high setting. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Lift through the crown. Back off if you need to. Maybe this is your lizard pose, and that is absolutely beautiful. Be where you're at today. Now remember, you can stay here, just stretching it out, doing what's right for your body, or you can lift off of those left toes, roll onto the outside of the left foot, and press into the left knee with the left hand. Pull back with that left shoulder. Now maybe you stay here. And this is beautiful, with or without the block. If you'd like a little bit more, you can bend through that right knee, reach the left fingertips back, grab onto that right foot, and pull the right heel towards the glute. Pull back with that left shoulder, breathe nice and deep. So you've got lots of options. I hope you take the options and listen to your body and not just try to force yourself because you're following along with what I'm doing. Listen to what your body is saying. These are just options for different levels and where people are trying to meet people where they are, where you actually are. One more breath here. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll let that right foot come down to the earth, nice and gentle. Swing the left fingertips back around to center. Roll onto that left foot. Walk the foot into the midline. Move the block out of the way if we used it. Find ourselves in a nice low lunge, stacking front knee over front ankle. So nice pillar action here. Heart reaches forward. Crown lifts. Take a little bit of weight out of the fingertips. Inhale in. Exhale, peel back with the left hip crease, straighten through the left knee as much as works in our body, and bow the forehead towards the knee. Nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. Roll through that front foot. Find that nice low lunge. Curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee. Pivot on the back foot, bringing it to a 45-degree angle. Right toes shine up towards the top right corner of the mat. Straighten through the left knee as much as works in your body. Maybe you stay up on the fingertips, and maybe you bow the forehead towards the knee. What does your body say right now? What do you need? Can you feel that juicy stretch in the back of the left knee and the back of the hamstring? Shooting that tailbone towards the back edge of the mat. Lovely. Then we'll swing the left fingertips around to meet the right. We're dialing ourselves towards the right side of the mat, dialing the left toes in, widening or shortening our stance to come into a wide-legged forward fold. Feet are parallel with the short edge of the mat. Maybe we stay up on our fingertips here. Maybe we bring our block into play, lifting the earth up to us. If this is your wide-legged forward fold, absolutely gorgeous. Maybe you come to the palms, bringing the palms in line with the arches of the feet, allowing the crown to drop. Try to find a nice loose neck. Relax through the shoulders. Engage through the kneecaps. One more breath here. Lovely. Then we'll slowly come back to that flat back position, bringing the right hand either to the mat or to our block underneath our nose. Then we'll reach the left fingertips up towards the ceiling, finding our nice juicy twist. Pull back with that left shoulder. And then we'll float those left fingertips down. Bend through the left knee. Dial the left toes towards the top edge of the mat. Walk the fingertips towards the top edge of the mat. Find yourself in a low lunge. We'll lower that right knee back down to the mat. Find the low lunge. Shine the heart forward. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll back off. Step that left foot back. Find our tabletop position. Beautiful. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward, lift through the crown. Exhale, round through the tailbone, curl up through the spine. Find your cat pose. Come back to a nice neutral spine. Walk the palms past the shoulders a little bit, curl the toes under, send the hips up high and back, find a downward facing dog. Only one downward dog in this practice, so pedal it out through the backs of the legs, press down through the fingertips and the knuckles, press the heart towards the thighs, relax through the shoulders. Nice, long, deep breaths. One more breath here. Lovely.
And we're going to slowly walk the feet towards the middle of the mat and walk the palms back towards the feet, finding ourselves in a nice forward fold in the middle of the mat. Take a moment here. Let the head dangle. Maybe you clasp opposite elbows. Maybe you drape the belly over the thighs. Nice deep breaths. And we'll bring the fingertips back to the mat. Walk the feet, heel toe, those feet to the outside edges of the mat so the toes are spilling off the edge, heels are in. We're going to come down to our malasana or our squat. So if you've got your block, you can definitely use your block in this situation. You can bring it to where your sits bones will come down. We take a deep breath in. And exhale, slowly bend through the knees, drop the hips all the way down. Maybe they come to the block and you find yourself in a nice squat here. Maybe if you don't have a block and your hips don't let, or your knees don't let you come all the way down, you can come to a nice toe stand. Beautiful. If you can come all the way down, make sure that you're bringing the palms together at your heart, pressing into the knees with the elbows and the elbows into the knees. Bring those feet nice and flat to the earth. Try to distribute the weight properly. In every instance, lift through the heart, lift through the crown, and find length in the back of the neck. Feel your root grounding down. Feel your connection to the earth. Beautiful hip opener here, no matter which variation you're in, whether you're in your toe stand, whether you've got the block underneath your sits bones, or whether you're in full malasana. Nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Lovely. And as you're ready, we're going to reach first one hand and then the other hand around behind us. Come down to our seat. Send the legs out nice and long. We'll take a forward fold here. So sit up nice and tall. Maybe move the fleshy part of the buttocks aside. Try to find that nice long line from crown to tail, that danda or that staff. We'll inhale, reach the fingertips way up towards the heavens. Find length in all four sides of the torso. Exhale, bend the knees generously. Drape the belly over the thighs. And bring the palms either to the feet, to the shins, or to the mat. This could be your forward fold, depending on where you're at. We take a nice deep breath in. And on an exhale, we see if we can fold the forehead down towards the knees, finding that forward fold. If it's in your practice, you can straighten through the knees. Take nice, long, deep breaths here. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way back up. And make your way down to a flat back position. Coming back down to the earth. Oh, yeah. Feels so good. We'll bring the feet as wide as the yoga mat or wider than your hips. So feet are nice and wide. Knees are shining up towards the ceiling. We'll take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we're going to allow the knees to fall to the left. Right knee should be shining down towards the top left corner of the mat. You can keep your hands on your waistline or your belly. Or if you want a little bit more, once again, you can open the arms nice and wide. Feel that juicy stretch all the way from the right rib cage all the way down to the right knee. Breathe into the hip, into the psoas. On your next inhale, we'll slowly float the knees back up through center. And exhale, we'll allow them to fall to the right. Left knee shining down towards the top right corner of the mat. Beautiful stretch from the lower left rib cage all the way down to the left knee. And we'll float those knees back up through center. Walk the feet back in line with the sits bones, in line with the hips. And if you have your block or your book, you can bring it into play. You could also use a rolled up towel or a pillow for this next one. We're going to take a supported bridge. So knees are shining up towards the ceiling. We're hugging them into the midline. We're not letting them splay out. We're grounding down through our feet. Bring the palms down to the earth, fingertips reaching down towards the heels. On an inhale, you're going to lift those sits bones, those hips up towards the ceiling. Try to relax through the shoulders, relax through the throat. Maybe you roll the shoulders away from the ears. Now you can stay here if you don't have a prop. This is beautiful. You're pressing into the feet, knees are shining forward. Your gaze is straight up at the ceiling. If you do have a block or a pillow and you would like to have something more restorative, bring that block or that pillow underneath the sacrum. Nudge it into where it feels super comfortable to allow the sacrum to relax down onto the block or the pillow. Take a couple breaths here. If you don't have a block and you're just winging it without props today, which I applaud and think is beautiful, either way, just slowly roll down through the staircase of the spine when you feel ready. We're going to take a couple breaths here in either version, letting that sacrum nice and relax onto the block. Our knees are shining forward, or we're engaging in the glutes for our traditional bridge. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath here. If you have the block on your next inhale, we'll slowly lift those hips up, move the block or the pillow out of the way, and slowly roll down through the staircase of the spine. Oh yeah, until that sacrum makes contact with the mat. Oh yes. Then I invite you to open the feet as wide as the yoga mat or wider than your hips, and allow the knees to fall into center, and just let your lower body completely relax here. Bringing your hands to your belly or to your sides. Close your eyes, relax through the shoulders. Close your eyes and allow yourself to melt into your mat. Feel the nutrients of your practice settling into your body. Stay here for as long as time allows, letting the body reset. Maybe you do a meditation. Or if you need to roll on up into your day, let's just roll to one side, any side. Come on up to a comfortable seat. Find a seat of your choice. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax those shoulders. Tuck the chin into the chest just slightly. Take a moment here to set your intention for the day or for the week ahead. Just feeling your body ground down now. Feeling how your energy feels after that little flow. And we'll bring the palms together at the heart. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll bow to each other. The light in me honors, cherishes, and is in awe of the light in you. I'll see you next time, my friend. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope it serves you well and that you feel all nice and opened up in the hips and in the lower back and finding some relief there. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more yoga related content. And in the meantime, have a super fantastic day. Mwah.